Hi guys, welcome back. So what a great game to open up round 3. Italy 20, Ireland 34. Another bonus point win for Ireland, but it was far from easy. Italy made a great game of this, partly because both defences kind of didn't show up until later in the game, and the attack was great from the off. 1 minute in, hold the phone, Ireland's first running attack of the game, and Van der Fleer hits a 6 short line off Aki. Aki hits some nice passes and offloads. He feeds low, but instead of a handoff and the dive, he goes for a one-handed finish and drops it. So no try there. Good tackle from Kapuatsu. To be fair, that was a bit too easy for Ireland. And yep, literally on the second attack of the game, 2 minutes in, it's Aki once again with the break and the offload to low again. This time it's inside to Ryan, who goes over for the try, and pretty shocking defence from Padovani, who tackles the inside man when he was marked already. So that wasn't great. So 0-5 to Ireland straight off the bat. So 7 minutes in, this game is flying already. Italy are thwarted out wide by a lovely tackle from Keenan, but they switch the attack back to the right. Garbisi back from injury, he's key. On the wraparound, the lovely pass out wide. It's chaos from Canone, the number 8, who Canone balls through the defence and Varney pops over from short range. So a try apiece, but Italy get the conversion, so 7-5. Great start to the game. It's a game of the attacks at the moment with no defence in sight particularly. But anyway, 10 minutes in, an incredibly complex start to play from Italy off a short line out. Goodness me, they work it so well with some clever passing. They managed to get Garbisi out wide, so he's not involved in the first play, but he's the man making the final decision out wide. Still got 3 running options. It's a great start to play for sure. He hits Canone once again on the short ball, who makes a good 25 metres. Only a fantastic jackal from Porter stops that threat. So this is just a picture book of attack at the moment. Ridiculous. Both sides on fire. Both defences completely bamboozled. And it doesn't help that Garbisi misses a tackle and lets Keenan through off a clever wraparound play from Bernard Hansen. And Keenan must have covered himself in grease or something pre-game, because he spins and slides out of the Italian. Poor tackles really to score 7-12. I mean, just breathless stuff. Only 12 minutes in, and both teams' attacking coaches take a bow. For Christmas, they must only ask for whiteboard pens because they must run out of them, drawing all those arrows in the training ground. But crazy stuff from the attacks. 17 minutes in, more great attack. Menoncello showing his winger pace from 12. Now he is a centre as well, but he's got that winger pace and he cruises past Ross Byrne, who looks like he's running in lead boots in comparison. They win a penalty, 10-12, so super close stuff. And Italy's desire to run the ball is great, but goodness me, they do it from such dangerous positions. It's heart in the mouth stuff if you're one of their fans for sure. Exhilarating, but also sometimes self-destructive. And yet on 90 minutes, Garbisi forces the pass just too much. Low gobbles up the intercept. Beautiful offload for Van der Fleer. Back to Low to allow Aki to do what Low couldn't, and that's the one-handed finish and a lovely conversion from Ross Byrne. So Ireland pull ahead, 9 points clear, 10-19. Then after a good play from Low, it's a shocker from Low as he drops cold. The clearance kick from the restart gives Italy a perfect scrum. You want scrums in the middle of the pitch because then you've got big open side and a big blind side, hard to cover. But Italy telegraph which side they're going to go a bit too early. Ireland read it and Ryan snaffles the offload and Lowe makes up for that bad drop, banging the kick a metric mile to clear. So just a brilliant start. Ireland over a score up, but without controlling the game for sure. They're giving Italy quite a lot of ball, and Italy are looking incredibly dangerous as well. In the scrum, not looking so good. I think Beelan was struggling with an injury maybe. Looks like he's scrummaging in slippers at times, and he does go off early as well. And 3 times Italy have been in great positions in the Ireland 22, but they've coughed up the easy turnovers. So, that's probably the reason Italy are actually behind at the time. Anyway, on 28 minutes, yet another Irish turnover, wins a penalty. But Canone could be in trouble here, and Nicole Canone could be in trouble here. But to me, it looks like Casey's just run straight into him on purpose. The ref gives a penalty, but not a yellow. It's a bit of a weird one there. Not sure what Canone's done wrong. But anyway, from the 10-metre line out, Italy's defence does step up this time and actually hits on the gain line, wins that gain line battle on the tackle, and Ireland butcher a good try with Van der Fleer getting in the way of his own runners. So Italy get away with that one, which wasn't really their own fault, to be honest. And Just a note here, Garbisi's touch kicking is better than Allen's, although Garbisi's all taped up. Is he really fit? I don't know. He has to go off later in the game. Anyway, this time it's Lamaro that gifts Ireland a soft penalty on 32 minutes, and Rossburn fires a beautiful long penalty kick to the corner. He did that a couple of times, some fantastic pinpoint and long touch kicking from him. 5 metres out, Italian defensive tackles have definitely improved, but there's penalties coming. Ireland go to the pick and go on the line, the tap penalties on the line, huge tackles from Italy, but then they get their defensive numbers all wrong and just overfold on the ruck, leaving a huge mismatch out to the right, and Hansen just has to flop over for the bonus point try already. 32 minutes, that's bonkers. And another funny note here, I've never seen a coach look so intently at a game than Irish legend Paul O'Connell. He absolutely loves it, doesn't he? And a note here that Ireland are getting some joy on the turnovers because they know Italy won't kick early in their attacks. They look to run the ball a lot, and they're just looking for those turnovers and sometimes getting them just when Italy get out of shape. Anyway, 40 minutes just before half-time, it looks like Ireland are cruising towards half-time. But oh my God, you've got to talk about Bruno now, because he reads it like a book. Aki, Byrne and Lowe get all bunged up with a close wraparound, and Bruno comes from miles away to insert himself at exactly the right time for a massive intercept going over half the pitch. Ballsy play from Bruno in defence, but it pays off, and actually at half-time, rather than being 10-24, it's 17-24. Belter of a game. So the second half starts, and Italy's ambition is still there. Sometimes that ambition is a bit of a problem for them as well, as they run the ball from their own half, and Ireland, they're picking their shape a bit better now, and O'Toole and Ryan snaffle a nice choke tackle for a maul turnover. O'Toole, the early replacement for Beelum, has a good game. Monsters the resulting scrum get a penalty, and Ireland turn down an easy 3 points. They did this a few times. Nearly comes back to bite them, but not quite in this game. But instead, Rossburn puts in a laser touch to kick again, right to 5 metres out. Brilliant stuff. Casey's clearly looking for the overfold from Italy, but they're better organised, and they actually push them back. So good defence from Italy, and that defence really steps up from Italy from both sides, to be fair. 50 minutes. It's been a huge period of Irish pressure at the beginning of this half. In the Italian 22, Italian tackles are huge. The green waves keep coming. It's some good rugby. But a penalty to Ireland. They turn down a shot just literally 5 metres from goal right in front. Is it wise? Well, on this case, it doesn't look like it is, because they actually lose the line out. Italy competing on their own line. Really good stuff from Italy. I wrote here, could this be a turning point? But it doesn't quite prove to be. And the saying comes in now, the next score is vital. Always like getting that in there. 53 minutes. Clumsy clothesline tackle from McCloskey on Kapawatsu. They really try and work Kapawatsu on the wide arc. They tend not to start him wide. They like to start him a little bit closer in and then just burn the defence for pace, which he nearly gets a couple of times, but not quite enough. But anyway, they get a second penalty to Italy, give Garbisi a shot at goal, so it goes 20-24, so within 4 points. This is really exciting. This is the key point of the game where it could go either way. Caelan Doris steps up a couple of times in the latter half of the second half. Thrusting drive from him finally gets them over the gain line, away from those big Italian tackles, and they manage to work Hansen and Aki free out wide. Aki skids, gets up, grounds the ball, looks like a try, but no. TMO confirms he fumbles it on the ground, so they still can't push clear. It's definitely for the taking. And why didn't the Italian tackling be like this from the beginning when they let in those soft tries? But anyway, ifs and buts. Ryan Baird is on in the second row. Goodness me, he's an athlete, and his telescope limbs wade through a midfield ruck for a crucial penalty. This time Ireland know they need to take the points and stretch it out to 7 again, 20-27. 67 minutes. It's Italy's first proper attack of the half in Ireland's 22. It's been a while, and again they managed to get Garbisi out wide, being a playmaker out wide rather than being the first playmaker. Create some unease. It looks like they're going to score if they just keep the ball, but Brex thinks he needs to put a kick in, and just a shocker of a kick. Wastes a golden opportunity. That could have been, the chance that Italy needed to take. The last 10 minutes, Ireland now are happy to churn through some basic phases, which I think was a good call. Camp in the Italian half, search for that winning score, and finally the dam breaks, and it's that man again, Doris, busts the gain line to Murray, feeds Hanson, he rounds the full-back very nicely, good pace. That looks like the match to me, 20 points to 34. And actually, I realise at this point, that would be a good score for me, because for my Guinness Pint Predictor game, I said 14 points to Ireland. And indeed, it finishes like that, even though Italy are still chucking themselves at Ireland, but they can't make anything stick. So full time, 20 points to 34, bonus point win for Ireland. Goodness me, both sides wanted to attack, sometimes too much at times. Ireland will be happy with the win, but will need to control games a bit better. Italy just need to learn, I think, when to play and when not to play. They do overplay at times, and that defence needed to be on point from the beginning, and it wasn't. What a great game, what entertainment, what a product on the pitch the Six Nations delivers. All the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.